TAS, and today we are doing a fleece tie blanket craft in occupational therapy. So your first question might be, what is occupational therapy? Occupational therapy is the therapeutic use of meaningful activities to get an individual or individuals back to their everyday occupations. So why are crafts used in occupational therapy? Crafts have been used in occupational therapy since the beginning of time, since the beginning of occupational therapy. So crafts can be beneficial to occupational therapy because they improve fine motor skills, strength, endurance, and they can promote interest in the client as well. Okay, so today we are doing a fleece tie blanket craft. For this, the materials you need are a ruler, which is about $2, scissors, specifically fabric scissors, these are about $10, and two fleece blankets. So these are about 1.5 yards long. You can change the size based on the size of the individual. Typically I ask at the fabric store for a little bit of help depending on what I'm looking to make, but this is for a dog specifically, so we went with 1.5 yards. And that was about $10. Okay, so the first step of the activity is to choose the two fleeces that you want to use. With this, you're going to want to decide which side to use. So one side is softer and the other side is a little less soft. So you want the softer side facing outwards, and you're going to lay the two wrong sides on top of each other. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, so the next step is to cut off any extra lining along the blanket. This has some white lining along it that we don't want on the end product, so we're going to slice that off right now. Okay, so once you're done with that, you want to make sure that it's lined up on all sides. So what we have here is it's a little lengthy on the top over here, so I'm going to cut along here and even it out. Okay, so the next step is now that we're going to cut the corners out. So this is where you'll need your ruler. What we typically do is do it about 3.5 to 4 inches. I'm going to do 4 inches on this one. So might line the ruler up, and that's 4 inches. And then we're going to do 4 inches on this side as well. Okay, so then we just cut and line them up. Now we'll do that on all 4 sides. Okay, so the next step is we are going to fringe it. So you do this each inch. And we're going to cut further down than that, but just so that we know where the inches are, I'll do these right now. And then so now what we do is we cut them all the way to the top where we had cut off right here, so about 4 inches. And for the sake of timing for the craft, I am going to continue this and you will just watch it. So now one of our almost final steps is we are going to tie the matching top fleece to the bottom fleece fringe as so. And I like to start in the corners, so we'll do a double knot. I don't do anything fancy. And that's it. And then we'll do this corner. And doing the corners first helps ensure that it stays in place and you aren't tying it too tight on one side and like offsetting the blanket's evenness. So now that we are all done, this activity can help benefit individuals with tactile deficits because you are working with this soft material and you have to determine which side is softer, or like vision impairments because one side is not as vibrant as the other, so you can kind of work with individuals with that. Mostly it's fine motor deficits that this would help with because it's a lot of repetitive, the knot tying. You could also work with people with cognitive deficits, and because it's the repetitive movement, but I would be careful with the using the scissors with that. A possible goal that you could work on with this activity is endurance, because you are doing these repetitive knots and seeing how long the individual can tie the knots before becoming fatigued. I really like this activity because it can be easily upgraded and downgraded. An upgrade would be to try and do a different type of knot than just the double knot. I prefer the double knot because I don't know how to do any other knots. But a way it can be downgraded is obviously by scaffolding and cutting beforehand and then just allowing the person to tie. Or you can also do a smaller blanket or even make a pillow with this. My favorite part about this craft is that it has such a functional use. It is something that can be used in an individual's home, on their couch, or on their bed. It's very functional. It also is something that I used to do for many years with Love Your Melon. And we would make the tie blankets for the kids in the hospital because the hospital is a cold place, and if you are sick and you have cancer or something, you're always cold. So it can bring a lot of joy if this person decides to bring it home and make it a fun winter craft that they do, and then they can drop the blankets off at the hospital for the kids. So thank you very much for attending my vlog. I hope you had fun.